Maybe you've parked on a double yellow before. You may have even parked in your boss's parking space at some point. But have you ever parked your Sea Harrier fighter jet on top of a van in the middle of the ocean? Because Sub-Lieutenant Ian Watson has. It's the 7th of June, 1983. The Falklands War has just ended. Aircraft carriers and Harrier Jump Jets are fresh in people's memories, and HMS Illustrious is now in European waters. It's just 3 months after her official commissioning into the Royal Navy, and she is operating off the coast of Portugal. As part of a wider NATO exercise, 2 Harrier pilots take off from the aircraft carrier. They're attempting to locate a French ship under simulated combat conditions. In this instance, that means under complete radio silence, and with radar turned off. In one cockpit is a senior Royal Navy pilot with countless missions under his belt. In the other is Sub-Lieutenant Ian Watson on just his 14th sortie in a Harrier jet. The pair split up to carry out their mission, having arranged to link back up later. When Sub-Lieutenant Watson arrives at their rendezvous, however, his wingman is nowhere to be seen. He went through the protocol, attempting to make contact with his fellow pilots and HMS Illustrious. But the situation is about to get worse. His Harrier's communication networks are malfunctioning. Fuel and time are running out. The young pilot takes action and approaches a nearby shipping lane. Thankfully, he spots a ship. It's none other than the Alraigo, a Spanish cargo ship en route to Tenerife. As he gets closer, his plan is to first make a pass to ensure the crew have spotted him, and then eject. This is not only a huge risk to himself, but would without doubt mean saying goodbye to his multi-million-pound jet. But while flying over the cargo ship, Sub-Lieutenant Watson notices it's transporting shipping containers, creating a flat platform. What happened next is hard to believe. With just minutes of flight time left, he decides to attempt to land his 12-ton aircraft on the 16-foot wide makeshift landing pad. Harrier jets can of course land and take off vertically, but it's difficult to land on an aircraft carrier at the best of times, making this attempt even more daring. Despite having only completed 75% of his flight training, Sub-Lieutenant Watson touches down on a moving shipping container. But soon after, the Harrier begins to slip backwards on the surface of the containers, falling off and becoming lodged on top of a florist's van of all things. Maybe now's a good time to mention salvage law. Under maritime salvage law, someone who recovers another person's boat or cargo from danger at sea is entitled to a reward based on the value of what they saved. In this case, the Alraigo had just saved a Royal Navy Sea Harrier. The ship's captain would insist the incident should not get in the way of business. He carried on full steam ahead to Tenerife. 4 days later, the ship pulled into the port of Santa Cruz. So what happened to the Harrier? Well, the Royal Navy actually managed to salvage it, eventually decommissioning the aircraft from service some 20 years later in 2003. And as for Sub-Lieutenant Ian Watson, well, after initially being reprimanded for the incident, he eventually returned to flying, racking up 2,000 hours in Harrier jets and 900 in the FA-18 Hornet. In the end, the Alraigo's crew and owners did file a salvage claim, and the Royal Navy were ordered to pay £570,000. With inflation, that would equate to almost £2 million in today's money. And although this photo wasn't taken by a parking attendant, it could well be evidence of the world's largest ever parking fine. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you've made it this far, then I'm guessing that Harriers float your boat too. And the good news is that Simon has just brought out a video all about the Harrier in his Intel series on this very channel. So I would definitely recommend checking that out, and if you like our stuff, then get subscribed because we've got plenty more to come.